Well, I'm going to depart from my notes here for a second. First, I'm going to apologize to my members. Second, I'm going to apologize to my community members that came out tonight. And third, I'm going to apologize to the town board for having to go through this. This should have been a 45, 50-minute conversation that has gotten way out of hand. I want to turn around now as your leader, and I want to tell you, go home. You don't need to be here any longer. I want you to get up, and I want you to go be with your families. I've been dealing with crazy people from certain segments of our community for a long time. Some of the comments they've made tonight, besides being perjurous, because I believe that you swear us in, knowingly giving false information at this microphone, have been disgusting. There are a paid cadre. There are 7 people that work there. If that's a major concern for people, we should have a hearing on paid people, okay? But so everybody knows, our paid salaries are less than other ambulance companies that are out there, yet we've run more calls because we have a dedicated core of volunteers. That being said, when someone sits up at the microphone and says, nobody else has a district manager, well, somebody may call him a supervisor, but there's only one department that we know of the 9 that doesn't have a full-time district manager.
That's paid.
That's paid.
So you're saying there's 8 companies that have whatever they call them, but
That's
they have
right.
the same duties that are paid.
Call them anything you want, but at the end of the day, they're paid to coordinate the services and stuff of that department, not act in a chief capacity. I know nobody left, but I'd like them to leave. I really would, because I feel terrible that anybody has to be here, including you, and I wouldn't be offended if you just left the microphone on and just walked away. I got you.
Neil.
Our organization is a 501c3 non-for-profit corporation that's run under bylaws which are submitted to the IRS and the state of New York. Those bylaws have been in place for a long time. The membership and the ownership and the construction of management has nothing to do with the town of Brookhaven. The district itself and the ambulance company, the 2 separate entities in which you have no control. And if I choose to hand out widgets to my members or not, it's not something that's in the town's purview. What's in the purview of the town is to execute a contract with us to provide service. And as long as that service is consistent with the contract, then there's really no reason for the town to get involved. In essence, to make this simple, there is no operational control of the ambulance company. But so you know, I am elected every November along with every member of the board of directors and the other chief officers. Those titles are elected every December after nominations close in November and have for the last 75 years. So to say that people are not elected is wrong. In my paid position, I do answer to somebody. I answer to the board of directors. There's a chairperson and other members of the board. So that's how the paid side goes. The buildings issues are being addressed. The town gives us $50,000 a year in remodeling money, maintenance and remodeling. So to say that the town hasn't been doing their job, it's not your job to come into my building. It's my job to come to you if there's a problem, which is what happened in July. I can no longer continue to put Band-Aids on this cut and hope it's going to heal. What it comes down to is that this organization needs a modern 21st century facility in which to operate out of, and to remediate or remodel or whatever they're saying that they want to do on an inadequate piece of property with a building that's over 7 years old is ludicrous, and according to our architect, who will come up here if you ask him to, more expensive than building new. We held 2 non-required public hearings, or public meetings, not hearings, to be correct. We went out to our community, we published them. We put them in the paper, we put them on Bellport.com, okay? We had over 100 people attend. We answered every question we could. At the end of the day, to some people, no matter what we say, we'll never change their opinion, nor will you. And to others, they'll accept our opinion and they won't ask a question. We expect our elected officials to do their due diligence, as you have done, follow the process as we have done. What I sadly don't expect them to do is to have to become a punching bag for some people with a vendetta from a specific segment of our community that has been dragging most of our community down for years while they sit in their million-dollar mansions and let the rest of us go out and do the work. We only have 1 volunteer from Bellport Village. 1. I have a volunteer here from Lawrence. He's in the back of the room. Lawrence, New York, sends as many volunteers to help our community as the village of Bellport. I'd be happy if we didn't cover them anymore.
Bring your architect up. Renee Totaro and Thomas Schultz.
Okay, first we're going to just have the architect come up and testify on the